Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ground 80! Ground 80! Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the second time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. He also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to...
Crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage. If he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Black 15! Through! Let's go! Mike, check. 50. Easy. Hey, zoom. Mike 5'9". Here we go.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That's another Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a first and 10 at the 47. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Black 11!
Play fake, Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
190. Alpha! Left,
Rivers now on second down, and this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play, and it'll be third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches, so as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
Second year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. Third and 10. gun, Brissett. And he's got his man, Hilton. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
Indianapolis.
First down, Brissett. Finding Paris Campbell, and there's Campbell's first NFL catch. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight. Check 37. Check 37. Hey, check Mike 54.
Brissett. They'll run the screen with Mack. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, 31 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
7, Chargers 3.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta. 59. Hey, watch the line. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Under 10. Under 10.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, this Week 1 matchup between the Colts and the Chargers, there are a couple of ties between the two franchises. Of course, Colts head coach Frank Reich, he spent 2 seasons as the Chargers offensive coordinator in 2014 and 15. Then he would have 2 years as the Eagles OC before coming to Indianapolis. But also, Colts fans, they do not have good memories of the 2007 and 2008 seasons, both times losing to the Chargers in the playoffs when they felt like they had a team that could have gone to the Super Bowl. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a carry by the 3rd-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, 79! 79! No. Hey, Charlie! Red!
From the gun, Rivers. Throw to the right here to Gordon. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rivers. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Rivers to Benjamin, good for the Charger first down. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They run it here with Gordon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now Brissett. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
We got three, fellas, we got 3. Hey, watch 85. Watch 85. Kill. Watch twist.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 31. Brissett, and incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
1, 2, 3.
Vinatieri's kick is good. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Hey, Delta! Cluster.
From the 31, Rivers toward the sideline. That's taken in by Allen. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. That's complete. It's Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon, 64 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A first down throw for Brissett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now a give, right side. Hines. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. On 3rd down, Brissett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Colts' 46-yard line.
That's it. 180. Mike, number 53. Zero.
Operating from the gun. Rivers gets it to Gordon. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Rivers caught left side, Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Brissett to throw on first. Caught left side by Hilton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Brissett sets to throw it. And he finds a man with a crossing route. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this all... And that is caught! Touchdown, Indianapolis! Paris Campbell with his first career touchdown in his first career game. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Wait, 89!
On 3rd down, Rivers. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 33 as we ironically approach 3:33 remaining in the quarter. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Black 11! Hey, you. Black.
On 2nd and 12, Rivers flushed out right. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. And a play like that with how far he had to go to make that sack shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
He's coming. Double up. Keep it skinny. Kill. White.
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 40-yard line. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Desmond King making the tackle. On 2nd and 7, Brissett. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A gain there of 21 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, they run with Ware. Room here to run. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing, Brissett. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. So here comes the trusty, battle-tested Adam Vinatieri for a big kick. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Phillip Rivers, no stranger to 4th quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rivers. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Hey, ready?
Throwing on second down, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line. Rivers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. So that'll back them up 5. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the gun, Rivers. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 17-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. High throw, but the catch is made. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In a 2-minute drill, we often talk about taking care of the football, but sometimes it's just a matter of who wants it more. How about him going up top on a 50-50 ball and taking it away for a big play?
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time, gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
31's the mic. Let's go, D. Let's go. Alert 3 is ready.
Brissett looks to throw. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
4th down, Brissett. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. Able to slither by. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
In your face.
Now Brissett. And the catch made by Hilton. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
First down, Colts.
From the red zone now, Brissett. And that is caught. Oh, what a catch at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
T.Y. Hilton. Out of bounds, down at the 7-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Colts 27, Chargers 24.
Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for Indianapolis, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.